Hey again, everybody. Um, Today I want to talk about something that is very hard for me right now. Um, and of course, it's going to be on something like a lot of my other videos in regards to this recent relationship that I was in. Um, and I mean, it's really late right now. Um, I should really be asleep. Um, but I hadn't started making the video earlier because I don't know. I didn't have time to sit down and think on things. I was a little bit stuck in my head, and I talked to a few people about it, but I was afraid of this. I was afraid of fully confronting it with myself, which is what these videos are for me. Um, so today I saw her. Um, there was an event going on at my school, and it was on campus, so I made my way there. Um, it was an event with food, so a lot of people showed up, and the line was very very long, and so, but I saw her there. Um, and she was with somebody else, and I'm on good terms with her. The way things ended wasn't a fight, it wasn't anything like that. So I know we're on good terms, and it's nothing personal, towards her. It's not a super surprising thing for me, and I shouldn't be surprised. Um, but that pain is still there. And so that was I've been processing all of these emotions since then. And I've used other things to keep my mind off it. And, that was a punch in the gut, Um, it's still very raw. The emotions there are still very raw. And so, yeah, it was hard. It is hard. And I'm conflicted in myself of how I feel. Because I know the way things went was the right way to go. I think I would be in a worse place if things had continued as they were. I wouldn't have started uploading these videos if that didn't happen. So I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, there's these emotions that you can't just turn off, But that brings me to today's topic. And that is to make your garden. And what I mean by that is that within yourself, you are infinite. You have an innumerable amount of paths that you can go. There's so much potential inside of all of us. I know there's so much potential inside of me. And it's things like this that really shake you, you know. And so, this metaphor of a garden is referring to a place that you get to yourself mentally, for yourself. This garden exists solely inside of your mind. And you're the only one who can make the garden grow. And you're the only one who can make the garden die. And you are the gardener. And butterflies and bees and wasps and other things may visit. They may come and they may, rabbits or other rodents may come and snack on your fruits and your vegetables. But if you continue to grow that garden, it's yours. There's nothing that can destroy that but you. And so and I'm pulling this from a quote that I heard, I don't know where it's from, but the full quote goes, "Make yourself a garden. Butterflies may come and visit, but even if they don't, you will still have your garden." And so this is something that especially when you're alone, you feel lonely, and really you only have yourself in some situations. I don't think anybody ever is truly alone, but you can feel that way for sure. And there are going to be times where you only have yourself to rely on, or only you can pull yourself out of a certain situation. No amount of advice or self-help books or anything is going to fix that for you, And so that's where making this garden comes in, is by building a sanctuary for yourself within your own soul and within your own mind. Nothing can destroy that. And you have a choice to take care of it. And you have a choice to let those outside things, let the weather, let the winter, let the cold, let the famine, let the disease, let the wasps, let the, anything negative get into the garden. And that might destroy a few plants. That might wilt some flowers. But the garden's still there. And it's always your choice to plant new seeds, to water every day, to give it sunlight. But I know how it is. I know how it is for me right now. It's hard to see the beauty of your garden when you've put the when you've valued how much somebody else views your garden more than how you view it yourself. And it's hard. It's hard to remind yourself that it's fully in your control, and you are fully in control of your reaction to everything, especially those things that are outside of that garden. And when I was talking to some people earlier, just about things and getting their advice and stuff, um, I post these videos and I write things down. And man, if anybody asks me, like I jump on any opportunity that anybody asks me for advice. I want to be somebody that people can rely on and be somebody that people can look to lead and to advise. And I wonder sometimes on things like this how much I look to myself for the same thing. And how, I can make these videos, I can write things down, I can have all these, deeper thoughts on things and have an insight. But am I taking my own advice, And it's days like this that really challenge that for me and really really shakes my, shakes my view on it. And I know it's temporary. I know it'll pass, I'll look back and I'll rewatch this video and others in just a couple months. I hope I'm still consistently uploading because I am enjoying doing this. I'll look back and I'm like, man, I was so caught up in that. Looking back now, it really wasn't that big of a deal. It opened up more opportunity than what it would have been. And I see the same thing when I read old journal entries. My journal from last year. Go back and read stuff and I'm just like, what was I thinking? Like what headspace was I in? Or this was my main concern. Like why was I making this such a priority in my mind? Why did I think about this so often? And there's other things where I'm like, okay, I can see where I started to grow there. I can see where the change started to happen. So, if anything, I know that right now my garden is a little wilted, and I know what I have to do to grow it back and to keep it beautiful. And you know what you have to do. You know what advice you have to take. But when you're in that moment, it's hard. And it's hard to let go, because you think that one butterfly, it really brought the whole garden together, But hey, man, butterflies only live 3 days, or something like that. I don't know how long it is, but they don't live that long, So, but the plants, they'll stay there if you take care of them, and yeah, so that's what I've been thinking about today. Well, yesterday now, because it's very, very late. But I needed to get these thoughts out. And, have some emotions to process. But, it's temporary and still have a pretty beautiful garden, I would say. And I hope with all of you we can help each other's gardens grow. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.